Hey everyone, my name is Emily Greene, and this is my presentation of Tartuffe by Molière. So first of all, Tartuffe is a comedy. It's French. It was written in the 1660s by Molière, and it's about a priest who's not what he says he is. And what I drew inspiration from is I drew from this painting. It's called House on the Cape by Hopper in 1940. And that's where I took my color palette, because I saw this painting and I went, that's where they live. Like this is their house, this is where they live, this is their world. I also kind of looked at more of his paintings, and there's another one that's called Cape Cod Evening, where I took some inspiration from. It's kind of similar. It looks like the same house, kind of, except there's people around, there's a dog running around, it's kind of cool. And I decided to set it in the 1940s because I always, from the beginning of this project, I wanted to set it into the 20th century because I thought that would be interesting. As for my actual designs, I did Tartuffe, Madame Purnell, Doreen, and Elmire. So we're gonna kind of go through each one. For Tartuffe, I the minute this guy walked on stage, I wanted him to look just wrong. There's just everything about this guy is just not correct. And especially since it's a comedy, even though it's realistic, I thought I could kind of up the ante a little bit. So it was black, but it's gray now. That's what I wanted. And he's wearing these brown shoes, and it just doesn't look right. And so if this was brought on, I really wanted I wanted it to look a little too small, or he dug it out of the trash and just kind of went with it. That is what I want this character to look like. For Purnell, I did set this play in the 1940s, but this dress was actually, I found it when I was looking at pictures of the 1930s, because I thought that she was older, so she wouldn't adapt as quickly, especially since it is set in 1940. So that was one thing I did. I also wanted her in blue because I thought it'd be nice, and she's a lot darker than a lot of the characters are color-wise. For Doreen, I pulled a maid outfit. They're typically gray in this time period, but I wanted it to be brown. Because also, real quick, I just want to point out, Tartuffe, Purnell, Doreen, Elmire. That's what I was thinking of when choosing the colors of these characters. And so she's Doreen, she's I feel like she's the most realistic, not the most realistic character. I think she's the most grounded character. She's just thinking about what's best for everyone, and she is very, she knows what she's about. She knows what she believes, and she's not going to change it forever, which is why I made her the earth itself. And Purnell is the house, because she's so proper. And I drew Elmire from nature, and Tartuffe is the darkness in the background. And for Elmire, I wanted her to look young, but not too young. So I found this cut from this pattern, from here, and in other places where I thought it was nice. It was pretty, it was simple. I wanted a light color. The collar is white, and it would be lace, and it with white belt, no white pumps, because she's trying her best. She's very pure, but she's smart, is what I was going with. And are there any questions?
I really, really like Elmire's dress.
Thank you.
I like how you took elements of the picture, elements of the earth and sky and nature, and put them into character costumes.
I like almost Tartuffe's his robe is too short, but it almost looks like he's not wearing any pants. I kind of really like that. I don't know if that was a choice, but it's pretty good.
I kind of see Tartuffe coming out with his hair out to the sides and bald up here.
Yeah.
It's kind of
I like baldness.
yeah. Somebody can say something?
I don't know. I was just gonna go back to what John said, like, you put a lot of thought into where you wanted to pick the colors that based it off of the character, not just picking random colors, and I really like that.
I also like the poses, like, I don't know, they scream like the personality of the characters. It's like the way Anne Purnell's like standing, like.
So sassy.
Yeah, I really enjoy that.
This showed real growth on your part as far as the rendering are concerned. So bravo for you. Keep at it, keep at it, keep at it. Definitely improvement. So presentation-wise, as far as the board, don't freehand. Either print it out and glue it up there, but don't freehand Tartuffe Moliere. It's very, I mean, it seems really picky, but, you know, print it out on something and put it up there. It doesn't have to be huge, but consistency, because my eye is drawn to that, and that is something you wrote, not something that was printed. So what you don't want to do is throw your money people going, all I can see is those words. So, and also, if you're going to use a whiteboard, back on colored construction paper, keep it the same, something like that. I think probably like a green or even a gray would work for yours, but yeah, I think good for you. I'm glad you went back and redid them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we will work on backgrounds coming up, but and I have the proper tools to use, and we'll do that next. But anybody else? Okay, thank you very much.